I believe this is an important part of being an entrepreneur, that once you make a decision, you need to believe in it, because if you're wishy-washy about it, your people will sniff that out. I don't know if you know much about horses. They can smell fear a mile away. They can smell blood a mile away. They are just very sensitive animals. And a lot of people are scared of horses for that very reason. Well, your people around you are a lot like that. They can smell fear and they can smell blood. So if you make a decision and you're wishy-washy about it, then they're going to be wishy-washy about it and they're not going to be all in. Once you make a decision, you have to be clear and say, this is the direction you're going. Now, here's the caveat. I am 100% confident that you have to be a big enough man or woman to say, I was wrong. This is not working. We're trying to put a round peg in a square hole and it's just not going to work. And we need to stop it. So with that, you need to go to your team, back up and say, okay, my decision that I made, and own it, didn't work. And you have to be crystal clear and you have to be willing to accept the failure and you have to move on from it. And once you move forward with it and the next decision does work that you make, when you rehash that decision, you have to give all that credit to your team and you have to say, the decision that we made together. Now, when you fail, it's the decision that I made. That way, nobody feels any guilt in there and everybody moves on to the next decision with ease. When you talk about the next decision, it has to be the decision that we made worked. And I owe it all to you guys for helping me put this together. So thank you. That is an absolute critical part and you have to be strong. I'm telling you, I've tested this time and time again with all different kinds of personalities. And by the way, I know all my different kinds of leaders that I have in my world. I've tested it on each one of them. This works across the board with all different types of leadership. What makes a clear decision is that time frame and the direction that we're going and the new procedures. And it's okay in that decision to say, I don't have this part figured out yet, but I am very clear on this part. And this is where we're going and this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. It's okay to be transparent. Your team will not flush you out if you have good culture and you have a winning attitude. If you have cancer in there, that they might pull you down and say, oh, well, there's our leader. He's going at it again. But you have to sniff that out and you have to make sure that that is not part of your culture. And culture doesn't happen overnight, folks. You have to work at it day in, day out. You have to wake up every day as the leader and think, what are we doing today to make our culture better? It's not good enough.